Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL 44 coming at you with another video. All right, 132-113 was the score in Luka's debut against the Utah Jazz here at Crypto.com Arena. And the Los Angeles Lakers, of course, ran past the Jazz in the first of two games against the Jazz. And we beat them up pretty good, man. We beat them up pretty good. The Jazz did have 7 players in double figures, however. Isaiah Collier had a double-double with 13 points, 10 assists. Walker Kessler walked away with a double-double as well. 13 points, 12 rebounds, 5 offensive boards. John Collins had a double-double with 17, 11, and 2 steals. Clarkson had 16. Juzang had 14, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 7 from behind the arc, 14 points, 2 assists, and 5 boards. And Keontae George had 11 points and 8 assists, 5 turnovers, 1 of 6 from behind the arc, 2 of 9 from the field. So that was a production for the opponent. Got that out the way. Now let's talk about what we all are here to talk about. How did Luka do? Luka had 14 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, only 1 turnover, a plus 15, 5 of 14 from the field, 1 of 7 from behind the arc, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Not a great shooting night from the Luka the Don, but at the end of the day, we're just happy to see him out there. He made our team much better. 4 assists were very positive. Only 1 turnover, which is very positive. And I thought he was active on the defensive end. Of course, it's his first game back since Christmas Day where he hurt his calf. It's strange because I was watching that game with my uncle. I saw that moment where he went down with the injury. And, you know, it was one of those situations where it's like, man, we're not going to see Luka on Christmas. This kind of sucks. Never did I dream that the next time we'd see him, he would be wearing the purple and gold. Not in my wildest of wilds did I think that. So yeah, man, welcome to the Lakers. Luka Doncic got a winning situation going on down here, man. 21 points for Rui Hachimura, plus 16, 2 steals, 6 rebounds, 8 of 14, 3 of 6 from the 3. Very good shooting night for Rui Hachimura. LeBron James, 10 of 17, 3 of 7 from behind the arc, 24 points, Kobe, plus 24, Kobe, 8 assists, Kobe. You feel me? 7 turnovers wasn't great. 7 rebounds was pretty solid, and we really like seeing all those 24s. So yeah, that was a pretty good game for the King, man. Aside for the turnovers, which I thought had a lot to do with some miscue stuff, some things that we could shore up. I didn't, wasn't too much going on there. Maybe 1 or 2 bad turnovers, but most of that stuff was miscues, I think. Jackson Hayes, 12 points, 3 steals, 2 assists, a plus 12, 6 of 6 from the field. Definitely like how he's being utilized. He's going to be more important going forward than ever before. Although I hear we have a line drive on Alex Len. He did, in fact, renege on the Pacers. So the idea is he may want to sign with the Lakers. So I think Alex Len may be a Laker very soon. Looking forward to seeing him come through for us at that center position. Austin Reeves, fantastic tonight. 22 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 assists, 9 rebounds, no turnovers, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from behind the arc. He was spectacular, man. Plus 27, led the team in that. I think I'll give him the game ball, man. Because not only did he cook, but he cooked understanding that he was going to have to move out the way and let Luka get some looks. And Bron was trying to feel out his situation as well. And Austin was still spectacular within all of that. So that's why I want to give Austin Reeves the game ball, because at the end of the day, he's been playing so well, and the fact that he was able to continue pushing our team in the direction that it has gone, while Bron was kind of struggling with the turnovers. Luka's first game back since Christmas, first game with the team ever. Austin just managed things and just kept us afloat, in my opinion, and just kept that score completely out of whack with his efforts. So yeah, that's who gets the game ball for me tonight. For the bench, Jordan Goodwin. That's another guy who could have very well gotten the game ball, to be honest with you. 8 of 11 from the field, 1 or 2 from behind the arc, 17 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, 8 boards, 3 of them offensive rebounds. He was spectacular, and he was looking for a shot, and he's playing hungry. That's a hungry player, man. That's all I got to say. He's hungry. If ever there was a human being that I just said, yo, he wants it, and he wants it bad, and he ain't letting nobody get in the way of him getting it, that's Jordan Goodwin. Hunger. That hunger is infectious. And I want him to continue to get the minutes that he's been getting. How many do you have tonight? 22 tonight? He should probably get 25 in the next game. He's going to take that guard spot. If we don't fill it, he's going to take it. Let's tell you right now. Shake Milton in 8 minutes of play, 2 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound. I hate to say it, but he was the great antithesis to Jordan Goodwin. He's opposite. Very passive, not a whole lot of confidence, shooting threes, air ball, bricking off the side of the backboard. Like he's not at all doing it. We did have that one game from Shake, so I know what he's capable of doing. But the confidence, the bright lights, I think he's one of those guys that has trouble with the bright lights. I think that. Jordan Goodwin's like the opposite of that, and that's having them both down there at the same time just kind of told the story. Some people built for this, some ain't, man. It just is what it is. Gabe Vincent, 18 minutes of play, 4 of 9 from the field, 3 of 8 from behind the arc, 11 points, 4 assists, plus 17. We like that from Gabe Vincent. He's steady. He looks like Miami Gabe. He's only getting in better shape. I love how the shots are falling. His defense always comes around. It's great to see him playing well. Trey Jemison, 2 points. That's it. He was all over the place, but he didn't record a rebound, no assist, steal. Those were the loudest 2 points you'll ever see in your life. In 7 minutes of play, he seemed like he was out there longer than 7 minutes. This is a loud player, man. Loud. He had a foul that was kind of awkward where he stepped in a shooter's shooting range. I think it might have been John Collins or something like that. They called a flagrant on him. He was a bit frustrated with it, but, he's going to have to work on contesting shots without fouling. I think that's what it is. But with more minutes comes more of what he can do. But that dude was hitting, setting hard screens. I can't believe he didn't get a board or nothing. I've never seen a guy work so hard with so little minutes and accumulate so little. That's exactly what I say from Trey Jemison. You would have thought he had about 5 boards, a steal. None of that was accomplished, and all of that pushing around he was doing. It's kind of weird. Jared Vanderbilt did not score. 0-3 from the field. 1 turnover, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Not a great Vanderbilt night from the stats, but again, another guy like Trey who was doing more. And you he only came up with 2 boards? The impact was so much greater than these stats would ever tell you. So strange how Vanderbilt had such a bad stat night and didn't feel like he did. You tell me, man. Dorian Finney-Smith, 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 3 from behind the arc, 4 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, 4 boards, plus 13, another one. These guys played better than their stats, man. I'm telling you they did. Vanderbilt and Dorian Finney-Smith especially, these stats, they ain't telling you nothing about how them boys was all over the place, guarding people, fighting around screens. I mean, the stats just lie. They lie so bad, man. Those guys play so much better than this. And Markieff Morris hit a 3, 2 assists, 6 minutes of play. Very clean shot he hit. I can't complain there, man. I like what our bench did, man. Our bench production is so much better than these stats are telling us. Jordan Goodwin was absolutely phenomenal in garbage time. And, I like what I saw. Darton Connect did not play. His body language did not look good, and who can blame him? He got traded. From what I understand, the Hornets are trying to amend. They are challenging the dismissal of the trade, so it could be back on if the NBA finds something. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a weird situation. I want my picks at this point. I wanted my center before. Now that we found that things were hurt, I want to keep my players and my picks. Dalton Connect in limbo right now. His situation is in limbo. For all I know, the NBA overturns it again, and we end up getting Williams after all, and all of our picks and stuff are gone after all. I don't know what to say, other than we don't know what's going on. So, that's the production of the Los Angeles Lakers, man. 132 points dropped on the Utah Jazz. I believe we're officially in 4th place, although the Nuggets did beat the Blazers tonight. The Nuggets are winning just as much as us, believe it or not. Both of these teams are absolutely on fire right now, fighting for these through the standing situation here. And yeah, that's what it is. The Nuggets are on a 7-game winning streak. We're on a 6-game winning streak. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But right now, we are 32-19. They are 35-19, and we are a game and a half behind 3rd place, tied once again for 4th and 5th place. 32-19, of course, for us. 33-20 were the Houston Rockets. but we are at this point considered the fourth place team. So we love that. The Clippers are right behind them, actually really behind them, 4 games behind them. So you gotta love our situation, man. With all this winning we've been doing, I'm not saying we've locked up the 4th or the 5th seed, but I'm saying we have some breathing room between falling to 6th, and that is exactly what we want going into the All-Star break. Still got another game against this Utah Jazz team in Utah 2 days from now, or a night from now, I guess. Not tomorrow, but the night after that is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if Bron's going to be ready for that because he did have a rib thing today. I don't know what happened there in the 4th quarter, but we did not see him return. He was kind of stretching out his rib. Looked like he was in a little bit of pain there, man. So hopefully he's good to go for that one. But this was a good debut for the Luka Don, man. As I said at the halftime video, conditioning's everything for him. His talent's going to carry him to being productive on the basketball floor. But his conditioning's going to carry him to being able to move as well as he would probably love to be able to. You know, it's one of those situations where Luka's been playing basketball since he was a kid at a high level. So he knows what he can do. He knows what his body can do. But when you're a grown man, 25, you can get away with not really taking care of yourself. But if he carries the bad habits forward, it's going to play negative dividends in the future. So it's time to make the shift right now. And I think coming to this team can really help that, because he's surrounded by a bunch of really, really good athletes, man. I mean, this Laker team, we're in great condition. That's one of the reasons why we're beating up on everybody, because we have world-class athletes running up and down the floor no matter who's running. And so Luka's like the odd man out in that regard, but being around all these fantastic workout warriors should help. Austin works hard, Jackson works hard, Rui's in great shape, Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, these guys are taking care of themselves. You know, so it's on Luka Doncic to follow their lead, man. You know, LeBron James obviously looks like he's 25 out there. Pick up what these guys are selling and start working out with these dudes every day. Get your rest. Let your heal. And it's gonna be sensitive. The Laker organization are gonna have to understand something, just as they understood with the Anthony Davis situation. As long as a guy is out of shape, the likelihood he picks up more injuries is higher. The better conditioning he gets in, the more likely he'll be able to sustain. But a wrong step here, a wrong step there, and we could be out for a couple weeks or even the season with Luka Doncic based on his conditioning. It's just what it is. He's not in shape. And so for me, I know what he could do talent-wise. He's 3rd best player in basketball. But the truth is, he's not in shape. And he can get in shape, but we're going to have to be patient with him, and we can't ask him to do too much. He played 24 minutes tonight. Obviously, as he's working his way back from this injury, we want to up those minutes. But I would not play him back-to-backs, and I would try my very best not to give him more than 39 minutes at all this season. He needs an off season to really get in the gym, really sweat it out, really drink a lot of water and all that stretching and stuff like that. He needs to do that. Because if we ask him to do too much, it's going to be a repeat of what they dealt with in Dallas. And he'll be willing to play through it, but he'll never quite get in shape because he'll never quite heal. So this is a very sensitive time, because he's right in that space where he's going to be asked to play a lot of minutes because we're a winning team. But we'd be wise to understand that it's going to take some ramping up for him to really get in the shape he wants to get into. And for the time being, he could face re-injury. Just period. Just off the strength of that. So I know, his team probably ain't going to want to hear that coming from someone like myself, or you know what I mean? They ain't going to hear that. But the truth is, he's a high risk for re-injury just off the strength of the conditioning. So he's going to have to get in shape. He's going to have to do some things he didn't do before. And if he does that, I think he's going to be moving better than he ever has. We've seen guys be out of shape and get in shape. It's not a thing, but you got to be, willing. And I think the motivation should be there, but it's up to him to adapt to the new environment and how we operate. And so That's really what it is. One of the reasons why Max Christie is balling out in Dallas is because he's one of the top workout warriors of our situation. He works constantly on his body. You can see in his conditioning. He has been for 3 years. That's what Luka Doncic's going to have to do. It ain't just about talent, bro. It ain't just about talent. It's about consideration to your well-being with the schedule as it is, with 82 games, 40 minutes a game, plus overtime, plus playoffs, plus all-star breaks and tournaments. Conditioning is about as serious as anything out there. You could be a basketball god, but if your body don't hold up, your career is going to end early. And so that's what I tell him, man. We want to see Luka play for 100 years if he can, but he's going to have to absorb the truth that he can get in significantly better shape, and he will move better if he does, and he'll get more out of himself if he does. So that's really what it is, man. After looking at him today, that's just what it is. We can get offended by it if it comes from the owner. They may not deliver it well, all of that, whatever. But at the end of the day, nobody has to say a single thing. He knows how he labors out there. And so healing is most important for him before anything else. Healing all of his injuries and then getting right. So that's what I'm going to challenge him to do, man. You put on the purple and gold, we're rooting for you. And nobody's saying you're anything less than a Hall of Famer. But we've seen a lot of Hall of Famers come along. Some of them have long careers, some of them don't. Conditioning is what tells the story there. So that's really what I got to say, man. That's the story there. We're rooting for Luka to get in shape. We understand it's not going to happen overnight. But I think he's in the right environment with the right amount of motivation. I think he's going to be in the best condition of his life 2 years from now. Best condition of his life 2 years from now. I totally see him having a great off season if he's up for it. You know, it's up to him. He could very easily sit on a couch and drink a bunch of beers. You know what I mean? And continue to take on the criticism that he's been taking on, or he could lock in, prove all these people wrong, turn your life around. You're in LA. This is workout city any damn way. Everybody's juicing out here. Fit in with, slide in with this culture. Get in there with them trainers and dedicate your entire rest of your career to your fitness. And you're going to put more years on your career than you ever thought, brother. So that's my message to Luka the Don, man. I believe in him. I understand how young he is and that he can turn his life around in that regard over the next 3 years and then add another 7 years to his career. Or, if he stays on the path he's on right now, the injuries will eat him up. They just will. And so that's the reality of it, man. But I believe that he's going to get it right. I'm rooting for him. I'm challenging him. And there's no doubt that he can play great ball in this condition. But that's not what this is about. It's about extending your career and keeping up with the field and moving as quickly as ultimately you're going to want to move when it's time to win multiple championships. And with you getting the type of shape that you're capable of getting into, you're going to be up for multiple championships. And that's what I would tell him. It ain't just about one, buddy. You want to collect them. Because when you're as talented as you are, it shouldn't be just, I got one ring and that's it. No. Nah. Now, when you got the Luka talent, nope. So that's what it's about, man. Let's get in shape. It ain't just about losing weight. It's about gaining strength and developing habits. So that's really what it is, man. That's what I got to say. That's all I took from this game. Is that my man's got to get in shape, dog. It ain't deeper than that. BDL44. I thank y'all for watching. Out.